CFEP is 105.9 Seaside FM.
This is a Seaside FM News Update.
Seaside FM News, brought to you by Atlantic Tours and Travel, proudly showcasing the world for over 50 years. Our 2025 lineup includes tours to England and Wales, Ottawa's Tulip Festival, and a new fall getaway showcasing wonderful waterfalls en route to Niagara Falls. See online at atlantictours.com.
It is minus 12 degrees at 6 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Daniel Briand with your Seaside FM News. A 32-year-old man has been charged after an incident at the QE2 hospital in Halifax yesterday. Police say officers responded to reports of a man with a knife in the emergency department around 1 p.m. 2 people were stabbed while 2 others were injured by thrown objects. 1 victim suffered serious injuries. The accused faces multiple charges including attempted murder, assault with a weapon, and possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. The province's health minister confirmed the injured individuals were hospital employees. A union leader representing health workers says citizens about workplace safety in emergency rooms have been raised for years. And wild blueberry and apple farmers in Nova Scotia can now apply for funding to upgrade their harvesting equipment. A new program is offering up to $50,000 per applicant to help farmers buy tools that improve efficiency and safety, such as apple harvest assist platforms and specialized blueberry harvesting equipment. The goal is to speed up the process and reduce labor costs. The program has $1.2 million available over 2 years. Nova Scotia's agricultural sector generated over $750 million in revenue last year, with wild blueberries and apples among the top exports. And RCMP in Halifax are asking for the public's help in locating a man wanted on a province-wide arrest warrant. Anthony Brown, age 43, from Halifax, is facing charges related to child pornography. Police have been trying to find him and are now seeking assistance. Brown is described as 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 145 pounds, with dark brown hair and blue eyes. Authorities are asking anyone who may know where he is to contact police or Crime Stoppers. They advise the public not to approach. Also, a recent update shows that students across Nova Scotia continue to receive healthy and affordable lunches through the province's school lunch program. Since the program launched, more than 2 million meals have been served. More than half of eligible students are participating, with some schools seeing nearly full participation. Meals are ordered online in 2-week cycles with 2 daily options, including a vegetarian choice. Families can pay the full cost, a portion, or nothing at all. Currently, 258 schools are participating in the first phase of the program, with over 75,000 students eligible to order. And now in Seaside FM Sports, tonight's a 5-game night in the NHL, including the Montreal Canadiens versus the Minnesota Wild, the Washington Capitals battle the Ottawa Senators, the Jets play the Bruins, and the Oilers look for victory against the Red Wings. In the PWHL, the Toronto Scepters see Montreal, and in the Q, the Halifax Mooseheads are on the road versus Drakkar. That's sports. Weather's next. Seaside FM News time is 6:03.
You know, it might be confusing to some, a bit overwhelming perhaps, as to where to invest these days. You know, you should invest, for what's the point of being 5 years older and not becoming at least 5 years richer? Markets may go down, then recover. But wasted time, you just don't get it back. Tune in every Thursday morning at 9:10 to the Financial Destination Show. It will be time well invested. Call 902-499-5879. This is Roger Hamilton. Until next time, stay safe and stay invested.
And your weather for tonight, partly cloudy and a low of -12 with a wind chill of near -20. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, then periods of snow or rain in the afternoon with a high of +2 and a wind chill of -19 in the morning. In the night, snow or rain and a low of -8. Saturday, clearing with a high of -6. Overnight, clear with a low of -16. For weather at any time, you can visit our website at seasidefm.com. I'm Daniel Briand.
All the best music for you, Seaside FM.
The following program is brought to you in the high-powered sounds of 105.9 Seaside FM in conjunction with
My name is Josh and I'm your host. December 21st, 1988. 1989.
My name is Joshua and welcome 1990. And welcome to our second anniversary show.
My name is Joshua and welcome.
April 3rd, 1994. And welcome to our 6th anniversary show.
My name is Joshua and welcome.
Today's date is October 18th, 2004.
Welcome to Charles' Tape Series.
Welcome to the JSC.
Welcome to an evening with Charles Hsuen.
Welcome to the Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
CQHS Productions celebrating 36 years in broadcasting.
It's the wonderful song. Sounds wonderful. Radio.
And a good Thursday evening, everyone. Today's date is January 30th, 2025. Welcome to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, your home for the best music. A pleasant good evening to all. I'm Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude. I bring you music until the program close. That's going to be down the line at 8 p.m. We are broadcasting to you live from our studios in the heart of Eastern Passage. And if you're picking us up on local radio, it's frequency modulation station signal 105.9 megahertz on your FM dial. Online at seasidefm.com. Bell Online Digital TV Channel 779, East Link Digital TV Channel 952. We also have one of our streaming sites live and in living color, as they say, as watching and listening to us on my Halifax Facebook Live custom Facebook page at Charles Halifax Radio is the handle. You can also go to my Facebook page at Charles HSUEN and add me as a friend, and I will be gladly accepting that from you, as well as going to YouTube Live and Twitch TV by searching Charles Hsuen and January 30th under any of those platforms. Or you can go to your intelligent virtual assistant and ask Siri, Alexa, or Google Home and ask it to play Seaside FM. And if you want to contact me, you can do it one of many ways, lifting up your phone, giving us a shout here, by calling me at 902-469-6000 or message me on any messaging platform on a social media service and search Charles Hsuen and message me in real time. You can also email me with your requests at requests@seasidefm.com. We're going to start things off with a rousing rendition of this great Cole Porter tune. I must mention, it is very, very cold here in Halifax. We'll give you your 3-day Metro Weather Call forecast. So for those of you who are watching the video stream, my hair is not as slicked back as it usually is because I had to wear a toque to be very, very warm underneath this toque to stay warm from this really cold weather. Well, we're going to start things off with the wonderful chanteuse Diane Schuur. She made it famous in the mid-1980s, and the mid-1980s was a very, very unique time period for music, especially jazz music. It was still being heavily recorded, but recorded in new technology and using the new technology to its full potential. The person who was involved was Dave Grusin. He started GRP Records in the early 1970s and came out with digital masters, which were the pinnacle of digital technology as CDs came out. People wanted to listen to stuff in super high quality, and we had also super high quality musicians backing up vocalists such as Diane Schuur. This one coming from 1986. It's called Timeless, which is the name of the album. The Cole Porter tune is Easy to Love, backed up by a fantastic band. If you have a great system at home, crank this up because this is going to sound incredible. Diane Schuur and Easy to Love to kick things off right here on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
You
so easy to idolize all others above, so worth the yearning for, so swell to keep the home fire burning for. We'd be so grand at the game, so carefree together that it does seem a shame that you can't see your future with me, 'cause you'd be oh so easy to love. You'd be so easy to love, to take on a honeymoon all others above, so sweet to waken with, so nice to sit down to eggs and bacon with. I know I once left you cold, but call me your lamb and take me back to the fold. If you'll agree, why I guarantee that I'll be oh so easy to love. Together, that it does seem a shame that you can't see your future with me, 'cause you'd be so easy, so easy, so easy to love, to love, to
Now more accessible than ever, watch and listen to Evening Solitude on Twitter, Periscope, LinkedIn by typing Charles Hsuen. That's Hsuen.
It started out like a song. We started quiet and slow with no surprise. Then one morning I woke to realize we had a good thing going. It's not that nothing went wrong. Some angry moments, of course, but just a few, and only moments, no more, because we knew we had a good thing going. And if I wanted too much, was that such a mistake? At the time, you never wanted enough. Okay, tough, I don't make that a crime. And while it's going along, you take for granted some love will wear away. We took for granted a lot, and still I say it could have kept on growing instead of just kept on. We had a good thing going, going gone. Was that such a mistake at the time? You never wanted enough. Okay, tough, I don't make that a crime. And while it's going along, take for granted some love will wear away. We took for granted a lot, and still I say it could have kept on going instead of just kept on. We had a good thing going gone.
This was Sinatra's most lauded album, his last lauded album before his retirement in 1995. It was recorded in 1981 called She Shot Me Down, one of the most underrated albums of Sinatra's catalog, and one of the ones that are not widely released. It was a lot of ballads and torch songs, and he really used and capitalized on his lower notes, his lower register as he got older. That was Good Thing Going, coming from a 1981 Broadway production that Stephen Sondheim really had a lot of hopes for, called Merrily We Roll Along. He produced it with Hal Prince, the very last Hal Prince Stephen Sondheim production. But it was a failed, it closed after 16 performances on Broadway. A great documentary, which I've mentioned many times before, the best thing that could ever happen. No, the best worst thing that could ever happen, which is on Netflix. It's a fantastic look at a Broadway show that had all the potential, but just did not make it, but has been reevaluated and reappraised years later, and the revivals have been playing so much so that when I was in New York recently, they had that production revived on Broadway. Good Thing Going, Sinatra, right here on Evening Solitude. Before that, we heard sounds by the great Diane Shore, and that was Easy to Love, and that's a Cole Porter composition that Diane Shore recorded in 1986 in full digital stereo, and that was produced by the great Dave Grusin of GRP Records. We're going to continue on sounds with the lovely Diana Krall. This one coming from an album in 2017 that she came out with called Turn Up the Quiet. Here she does a wonderful 1920s tune called I'll See You in My Dreams, and she has that 1920s feeling to it. Let's have a listen.
Still
I feel the thrill of your charms, lips that once were mine, tender eyes that shine. They will light my way tonight. I'll see you in my dream. I'll see you in my dreams, hold you in my dreams. Someone took you out of my arms, still I feel the thrill of your charms, lips that once were mine, tender eyes that shine. They will light my way tonight. I'll see you in my dreams.
Ballads, torch songs, and instrumentals to color your mood. This is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on Seaside FM.
1, 2.
I got the world on the string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string on my finger. What a world, what a life. I'm in love. Oh. I got a song that I sing. I can't make the rain go. Anytime I move my finger, lucky me, can't you see? I'm in love. Life is a beautiful thing. As long as I hold the string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let her go. I've got the world in a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string on my finger. Oh, what a world, what a love. Oh, mama,
That is Louis Armstrong, and I've Got the World on a String. From 1929 with his Cotton Club Orchestra. That's beautifully cleaned up from 1929, almost 100 years old. And that is, of course, the big hit that Sinatra had recorded that made his comeback on the Capitol years in 1953 with Axel Stordahl and his orchestra. And that is just a wonderful interpretation of the Great American Songbook. And the other one preceding that was Diana Krall with "I'll See You in My Dreams," done in that 20s with the fiddle and in the two-step. It's a fantastic beat, and she really competently did that recording. We're going to hear something else by Louis Armstrong coming from 1961. This one is a reunion of sorts with Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong together on the Verve label. It was called The Great Summit, and we're going to be hearing one of Duke Ellington's great compositions with lyrics by Bob Russell called "I Got It Bad and That Ain't Good." And it's a wonderful duet that they do together. Sorry, Paul Francis Webster, not Russell. And we're going to be hearing this wonderful recording that I have just discovered, which was called The Master Takes, because it had been done so many times before and reissued on different entities. And they came out in 1990 with a double album with all outtakes and false takes and the story behind this recording. Have a listen of Louis Armstrong, a lot more mature and well into their 60s. Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong together with "I've Got It Bad and That Ain't Good."
Never treat me sweet and gentle the way she should. Yes. I got it bad, and that ain't good. My poor heart is so sentimental, and it's not made of wood. Now I got it bad, and that ain't good. When the weekend's over and Monday rolls around, I end up like I stood out, just crying my heart out. She don't love me like I love her. Nobody could. I got it bad, and that ain't good. Now when the weekend's over, Monday rolls around, I end up like I started out, just crying. Baby, Baba, so good to does it. Oh, she don't love me like I love her. Nobody could. I got it bad, and it sure is good.
Duke Ellington backing up the incomparable Louis Armstrong in 1961 from the album The Great Summit. That is I Got It Bad, and That Ain't Good. The recording is so well done that you could even hear the valve clicking on his trumpet, as well as his lips on the valve of the trumpet. Louis Armstrong had terrible lip sores on his lips, which he used ointments and so forth throughout his career, because he did not learn how to play the trumpet properly. There's a type of embouchure that one must need to be able to properly play, and if he abused the way of playing the trumpet so much that he would get these sores on his lips, and sometimes they would be very, very painful for him. So towards the latter part of his career, you can hear that he played less trumpet and more singing, as he was known for. And the trumpet playing was not as loose and versatile as that earlier recording that we heard in 1929. It was a few notes, and then he would go to the vocals afterwards. I Got It Bad, and That Ain't Good. Okay, well, we are now going to give you your 3-day Metro Weather Call forecast, which is a little overdue right now, but here comes the music.
What's with the temperature now? What's the high?
What's the low?
Here's your Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area for this Thursday, January 30th. Tonight, partly cloudy, a 30% chance of flurries. Winds gusting up to 50 kilometers per hour, becoming light in the morning. Temperature steady near -12, with a wind chill near -20. On Friday, becoming cloudy in the morning, then periods of snow changing to 60% chance of rain showers or flurries late in the afternoon. Fog patches in the afternoon with snowfall amounts to 2 centimeters. Winds gusting up to 60 kilometers per hour near noon with a high of 2. Wind chill at -19 in the morning, and the UV index reading at 1, which is in the low category. Friday night, cloudy, 60% chance of rain showers or flurries in the evening, with a low of -6, wind chill at -13. Saturday, clearing, high of -8 and a low of -16. Sunday, sunny with a high of -8 and a low of -9. For more weather information, log on to SeasideFM.com. Current temperature outside the studios of Eastern Passage Fisherman's Cove in Shearwater, it is -12 degrees Celsius. The barometric pressure reading at 101.4 kilopascals and rising. Wind chill at -21. That's your Metro Weather Call forecast, and now a little business with you.
Seaside FM weather brought to you by Parkland Retirement Living. See for yourself why a Parkland Retirement Living community will help you live your best life. Looking for an all-inclusive, independent, or supportive lifestyle option? Join us for an open house tour this winter and get your questions answered. Thursdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Book your tour at experienceparkland.com. Tonight's programming on Seaside FM is brought to you in part by the Royal Nova Scotia International Tattoo, Halifax's stage, Nova Scotia's stories. Experience history, culture, and heritage with Flourish, June 27th to July 1st. Tickets start at $20. Kids 18 and under are free. Visit nstattoo.ca.
If you are a member of a not-for-profit group and you have an event you'd like to promote, then Seaside FM would like to help. Just send the information 2 weeks in advance to psa@seasidefm.com or mail to Seaside FM, P.O. Box 196, Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia, B3G1M5. Seaside FM, your community radio station.
Unlock your memories. 105.9 Seaside FM.
You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. You can smile every smile for the man who held your hand 'neath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Well, you can know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't you give your heart to anyone. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So, darling, save the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never, never let you go. I love you oh so much. Well, you can dance, you can carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. 'Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. You can dance, you can carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks If you're all alone, can he take you home? You gotta tell him no. 'Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Oh, darling, save the last dance for me. So, darling, save the last dance for me. Yeah, baby, save the last dance for me.
Harry Connick Jr., Save the Last Dance for Me. That is a wonderful rendition. You know, I really like, there's something that is known as being right in the pocket. And it's a swing term for orchestra leaders and big band leaders to have that really swagger swing tempo where you're just getting it right there. And that is the term right in the pocket. Quincy Jones coined that when he said that tempo is absolutely perfect. And my apologies for that. That was not supposed to come up. Computer is doing a little bit of updating there for no apparent reason. Okay, what have we got next here? Oh, yes. We've got a little bit of something from the Great American Songbook that we haven't played in quite a while now. And it is Amy Cervini, and this is the Doodlin' Song, right here on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
Why don't you join the group? It's better than being a party poop. Obligato, pizzicato, Guy Lombardo. It's the craziest when you noodle with a doodling song. 2, 3, 4. Liked it so much, I'll doodle some more. Little softer, Perry Como, even softer, pianissimo. Say you love me with a doodling song. B, C, D. Oh, what you doodly do to me. Say you love me, really love me. Say you love me, true.
I love you.
Say you need me, please believe me. When you do, that makes two go together. Bet your poodle like the apples in a strudel do. When we noodle with a doodling song, what you call a real ball. Say you need me, please believe me. When you do, that makes two go together. Bet your Buddha like the apples in the strudel do. When we noodle with a doodling song, what you call a real ball. Doody, 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 doody.
All through.
Thank you.
Bringing to you the Great American Songbook from the 20th century and beyond. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on Seaside FM.
my dreams, each night it seems my lover comes to call. He's so charming, strong and tall. It's alarming how I fall. He's ideal, but then he isn't real, and I'm a fool, but aren't we all? In my dreams, each night it seems my lover comes to call. He's so charming, strong and tall. It's alarming how I fall. He's divine, but then he can't be mine, and I'm a fool. But aren't we?
From the album Torchy from 1956, the wonderful Carmen McRae with I'm a Dreamer. She was under the tutelage of the great Sarah Vaughan and did a lot of Sarah Vaughan recordings and did a wonderful tribute album in the late 1980s after Sarah Vaughan's passing. Before that, Amy Cervini with the Doodleman Song right here on Evening Solitude. We'd have a double play now of Bing Crosby. This one coming in from the late 1950s, June and January, and then In the Cool, Cool, Cool of the Evening. A lot of people don't really know the contribution that Bing Crosby did, but when he went overseas to entertain the troops, he went to Germany to the BASF Corporation, and he got a tape recorder and a bunch of blank tapes, which is very, very new in the mid-1940s. Up to that time, there wasn't a great way of preserving audio recordings in a high-fidelity fashion. And for a lot less and very, very cheap way of doing so, he decided that he would start contributing money to the Ampex Corporation, and that is how Ampex was brought to the United States. And it revolutionized the way that radio shows and television shows and multi-track recording and video recording were done. And he was responsible for the quality of recordings. These two recordings are part of that legacy. So for June and January, for all those people who are really cold out there and who just want to have a little bit of summer, here's a little June and January right here on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
A clouded moon creeps across a clouded sky. Winds of January sigh and moan. And yet it's June, I can see a sky of blue. Dear, the miracle is due to you, just you. It's June in January, because I'm in love. It always is spring in my heart, with you in my arms. The snow blossoms that fall from above. And here is the reason, my dear, your magical charm. The night is cold, the trees are bare, but I can feel the scent of roses in the air. It's June in January, because I'm in love, but only because I'm in love with you. Oh, the trees are bare, but I can feel the scent of roses in the air. It's June in January, because I'm in love, but only because I'm in love with you.
Now, I had just forgotten that that was recorded in 31, not in the late 1950s. Now you're going to be hearing something that was done on tape. Before, low fidelity. Now, Bing Crosby and high fidelity after the war, and the quality is starkly different.
In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, save your pappy a chair. When the party's getting a glow on and singing fills the air. In the shank of the night when the dudes are right, well, you can tell 'em I'll be there.
I like a barbecue.
I like to boil a ham.
And I vote for bouillabaisse stew.
What's that? I'd like a weenie baked steak and a layer cake.
And you'll get a tummy ache too.
We'll rent a tent or a teepee. Let the town crier cry.
All's well.
And if it's RSVP, this is what I'll reply. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em we'll be there. If you need a pair of freeloaders to fracture your affair, I may even give them pagliacci.
Now stand back and give him air.
Everyone can relax and we'll have a few yaks,
and you can tell 'em we'll be there. We said the bumblebee, let's have a jubilee. When said the prairie hen soon?
Sure, said the dinosaur. Where, said the grizzly bear, under the light of the moon.
How about your brother jackass? Everyone gaily cried. Are you coming to the fracas?
Ain't gonna blow it.
And over his specs he sighed.
In the cool, cool, cool
of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there.
In the cool, cool, cool
of the evening, stick 'em on my hair. If perchance we look a bit peaked, remember, sail again. If we're still on our feet and there's something to eat, well, you can tell 'em we'll be there.
the cool, cool, cool of the evening. Tell 'em I'll be there in the cool, cool, cool of the evening. Better save a chair.
When the party's getting a glow on and singing fills the air.
If there's gas in my hack and my laundry is back.
If there's room for one more and you need me.
Why, sure. If you need a new face or a tenor or bass. If I can climb out of bed and put a head on my head. Well, you can tell 'em we'll be there.
If you wake up and don't wanna smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about the times to come, and not about the things that you've done? And if your life was bad to you, just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. All I want is to see you smile. If it takes just a little while. I know you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Don't you look back. Don't you look back.
CFEP is 105.9, Seaside FM.
Welcome back to the second 2 hours right here on Evening Solitude. My name is Charles Hsuen, and we have just finished 60 minutes of an eclectic selection of music, ending off that hour with Lisa Loeb with the great Fleetwood Mac song from Rumors, Don't Stop, Thinking About Tomorrow. Before that, a double play of Bing Crosby, In the Cool, Cool, Cool of the Evening, Johnny Mercer composition, and then June in January, two very different Bing Crosbys, one in 1931 and the other one from 1957, done in low fidelity and high fidelity. You can hear the comparison of quality of not only singing, but as well as audio quality. My name is Charles Hsuen, as I mentioned, and we're going to continue on sounds on this hour. In 1961, Bright and Shiny with Neil Hefti and his orchestra was the name of the album for Doris Day. This one coming from Rodgers and Hammerstein's songbook from the production as well as motion picture of South Pacific. Bloody Mary sings Happy Talk, and I think Doris Day does a wonderful rendition of this one.
Talk about a moon floating in the sky, looking like a lily on a lake. Talk about a bird learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Talk about a star looking like a toy, peeking through the branches of a tree. Talk about a girl, talk about a boy, counting all the ripples in the sea. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Talk about a boy saying to the girl,
golly baby, I'm a lucky cuss.
Talk about a girl saying to the boy, you and me is lucky to be us. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? If you don't talk happy, and you never have a dream, then you'll never have a dream come true. Happy talk, keep talking. Happy talk, keep talking.
Broadcasting live and direct to you from the heart of Eastern Passage. This is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on Seaside FM.
You stepped out of a dream. You are too wonderful to be what you seem. Could there be eyes like yours? Could there be lips like yours? Could there be smiles like yours, honest and truly? stepped out of a cloud. I want to take you away, away from the crowd, and have you all to myself, alone and apart, out of a dream, safe in my heart. Stepped out of a cloud. I want to take you away, away from the crowd, and have you all to myself, alone and apart, out of a dream, safe in my heart, out of a dream, safe in my heart, safe in my heart. Safe in my heart, safe in my heart.
John Pizzarelli, a very young John Pizzarelli from 32 years ago, from 1993. You stepped out of my dream, and that is one part half of Radio Deluxe, who he hosts a program with his wife, and that is Jessica Molaski. They just celebrated the 1,000th show. They've been on the air for many, many years, and you can go to radiodeluxe.com to listen to their program. It's a wonderful program that plays a lot of the similar music that I play on my program. Doris Day and Happy Talk, that one from the Rodgers and Hammerstein book, as I mentioned, from South Pacific. Doris Day with Neil Hefti and his orchestra from 1961. Benny Goodman is up next from the RCA Victor years. Benny Goodman, this was when he was crowned the king of swing. And Benny had made it very famous and put jazz music to on the map as a legitimate form of music by culminating a concert on the 16th of January, 1938. And it was a very, very cold January in New York City, where he got all the big jazz musicians, and they played at Carnegie Hall, which was a legitimate classical hall that still exists in New York. And he had all the great musicians and basically was crowned the king of swing. We're going to be hearing something from the RCA Victor years. Here is King Porter Stop. This is a big hit for Benny Goodman in 1936, and this is his full orchestra. Hear the crooners, the big bands, the small groups, and more. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't, then crawled off to sleep in the bath. Then when I woke, I was alone. This girl had flown. So I lit a fire, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. or should I say she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? Norwegian wood.
Live from Paris, France, that is Patricia Barber. And she did a rousing rendition of Lennon McCartney's Norwegian Wood, which was originally, of course, on Rubber Soul, which was the transition album for the Beatles from the standard Liverpool quartet to the psychedelic years of the experimental years, as I would call it, of the Beatles of the late 1960s with Sgt. Pepper's and Revolution and so forth. And so Norwegian Wood was one of those ones where it had the mix of both, which is a really iconic album. I have about 4 different pressings of the original album and of different from different countries, including West Germany at the time, and Japan and the UK and the Canadian pressing. They all sound very, very different for an audiophile who's loving records. Patricia Barber doing a 7-minute rendition in showing her piano chops as well as her singing and arranging of that great piece of music. We heard Benny Goodman before that. That was King Porter Stomp, and that was from the RCA Victor years from 1936. Continuing on now is early Fred Astaire with They Can't Take That Away From Me.
The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off-key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. Oh no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. The way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Bing Crosby, and the great artists of the 20th century. Broadcasting to you live from the heart of Eastern Passage, this is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
Sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a bit of pie? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk